Okay, so have you ever, like, felt that little flutter in your chest when someone says public speaking?
Oh, yeah,
You know what I mean?
definitely. You're not alone there. Not even close.
It's like one of those universal things, right? You could be, like, the most confident person in the room,
Totally.
but the thought of giving a presentation sends shivers down your spine.
Makes your palms sweat, for sure.
Exactly. But what if, and just hear me out here, what if you could actually be good at it? Not just, survive it.
Oh, I like where you're going with this.
What if there was a way to really nail public speaking and, like, more importantly, make those skills last?
The Holy Grail, right there.
Seriously. So that's the deep dive today, folks. Can we actually learn public speaking and make it stick long term?
Should be good.
Oh, it gets better. We've got research studies coming out of our ears, expert opinions, even a sneak peek into a public speaking program.
Okay. Just
Designed for elementary school.
elementary schoolers.
Start them young, right?
Wow. Okay, I'm all ears.
All right, so to kick things off, we're taking a deep dive into the work of Dr. Uri Sternberg. And this isn't your average public speaking guru.
Oh.
This is a researcher who spent 7 years studying this very question.
7 years. That's dedication. What'd he find?
Let's just say the idea of a natural-born speaker might be a myth.
Now, that's interesting. I've always wondered about that.
Yeah, me too. So what's fascinating is Dr. Sternberg didn't just throw people on stage and yell swim. He had a plan.
Oh, tell me more. I'm all about a good plan.
He called it the Minute Presentation Program. It's all about breaking down this big, scary skill into manageable bites.
So instead of being overwhelmed by the whole thing.
Exactly. You're tackling it piece by piece. I love it.
Okay, I'm on board. So instead of freaking out, we're talking like actionable steps.
Precisely. Like baking a cake.
Wait, what? Bacon?
You wouldn't just throw all the ingredients in a bowl and pray for the best.
Well, sometimes I do, but it doesn't always end well.
Right. There's a recipe, a process.
Okay, I'm seeing the analogy here. So for a killer presentation, what are our key ingredients?
Well, the Minute Presentation Program focuses on things like time management, because it's not just what you say, but how you manage those precious minutes.
Oh, for sure. We've all been in those presentations that just drag on.
The ones that feel like they'll never end. Yeah, exactly.
And then you completely lose track of what they're even talking about.
Totally. Attention spans these days. It's like a superpower to keep people engaged.
Totally. So yeah, time management, key ingredient, but it's not just about like racing the clock.
Right. It's about knowing who you're talking to, too.
100%.
Yeah, the program, it also gets into audience adaptation.
Which basically means...
Basically understanding that, different audiences are different.
Makes sense to me.
They've got different needs, different expectations, like what works in a boardroom probably won't work with a group of students.
Totally.
So you got to learn to tailor that message.
Oh, yeah, tailor it like a good suit.
Exactly. The message, the tone, even the way you deliver it. Got to make that connection.
It's like you're a detective almost, scoping out your audience. I like that. Gathering those clues to craft the perfect pitch.
See? I told you I was good for something. But then there's like the voice and the gestures.
Oh, yeah, that's huge.
I always feel so awkward waving my hands around.
It's not about being like theatrical.
Okay, good.
It's more about using your voice, your body language, to back up your words.
Subtle cues.
Subtle, exactly. Like you might lower your voice.
Very traumatic.
Right. To drive home a serious point. Or maybe you use your hands to like show a concept.
Instead of just saying it.
Yeah, paint a picture.
Okay, I'm getting it. It's all about those extra layers.
It's about taking it up a notch, making it more than just words on a slide.
Okay, sold. But does it like actually work?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Right. Does it actually turn people into, confident speakers? Right.
Well, Dr. Sternberg's research is pretty convincing.
Oh, spill the tea.
People who did this program, they showed real improvement in their speaking.
Not just like a temporary confidence boost.
Nope, we're talking lasting change.
Years later. Come on, really?
Years later, they were still feeling the benefits, more confident, more prepared.
Wow, that's amazing.
And their actual performance was better, too.
See, this is what gets me excited. We always hear, oh, they're a natural, but maybe it's not just about some gift.
Right. Maybe it's about practice. about having a system.
Like with anything else we want to be good at.
Exactly. And Dr. Sternberg found that it has to be deliberate practice.
Deliberate, like
Yeah.
not just winging it every now and then.
No, this is focused, intentional.
Give me an example.
Okay, imagine a basketball player wants to be a free throw pro.
Okay, I'm picturing it.
They wouldn't just shoot hooks randomly.
Right. They'd work on their form, their stance, all that.
There you go. Break it down, practice each part. That's deliberate.
Okay, makes sense. But I bet some people are thinking, what about those people who are just naturally gifted?
Oh, for sure. Some people have a knack for it, definitely. Charisma, a way with words.
So, like, they start with a head start.
Yeah, but even they can improve with training, with practice.
Like an athlete with raw talent.
Exactly. They might have potential, but they need a coach to help them reach it.
I love that. It's not about taking away natural talent. It's about realizing everyone can grow.
And get this, Dr. Sternberg's findings. They worked across different ages and groups.
So it's not about who you are, but what you're willing to do.
You got it. Public speaking, it's a learnable skill. Anyone can do it.
You know what really blew my mind? It wasn't just that people got better, it's how they got better.
Oh, yeah. What do you mean?
It wasn't about memorizing a bunch of lines or anything. They actually, developed this internal feedback loop.
Whoa, that's cool. They were their own coaches in a way.
Exactly. They could reflect on how they did, figure out what to work on, all on their own.
That's huge. I mean, feedback from others is great and all.
Sure, for sure.
But being able to self-assess, that's next level.
It's like having a public speaking guru living in your head, rent-free.
I like the way you think. It's like a musician, right?
Oh yeah, go on.
The teacher can point out what's wrong with the music.
Right, but the musician has to hear it, feel it.
Exactly. That's how they actually improve. Speaking of which, reminds me of this presentation back in college. Oh man, it was rough.
Oh no, what happened?
Big marketing project, final grade writing on it, and I totally froze.
No way.
Oh yeah, I was a mess. If only I'd known then what I know now.
Right. Dr. Sternberg's research would come in handy. But hey, look at you now, public speaking pro.
I still get nervous sometimes.
Don't we all?
But seriously, this whole thing got me thinking. If we can break down public speaking like this...
Which feels so impossible sometimes, let's be real.
Exactly. But if we can teach it this way, what else could we be teaching?
Whoa, okay, now you're really going big picture on me.
What if it's not just about public speaking? What about leadership, creativity, things we think some people are just born with?
You're saying those could be learned too?
What if we've had it all wrong this whole time? What if anyone can learn these skills?
Okay, now my mind is officially blown. So instead of thinking I'm not a creative person, it's more like maybe I haven't found the right way to learn yet.
Exactly. It's about having a growth mindset, believing you can learn and grow no matter what.
I love that. And hey, maybe someday we'll have minute programs for everything.
Wouldn't that be something?
So to wrap things up today, folks, here's something to ponder. What if you're capable of way more than you think? What if those skills you admire in others are within your reach? Maybe it's time to embrace the journey of lifelong learning and challenge those little voices in your head. That's our deep dive for today. Thanks for listening.